everyone, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. As we told y'all, as we go along with our gardening, we're going to be bringing y'all a few videos to update you on how our plants are doing, whether they're a success or whether they're a failure. First thing we want to show you is our container gardening pots here that we started here a while back. We put the Savoy cabbage in them, and we put garlic in along beside them. We want to show you that the cabbage is growing good, and the garlics are beginning to come up in these pots. As Wanda walks along here, we'll show you the different pots. We use the garlic in amongst the cabbage to kind of deter the insects from bothering it. And Wanda will pan up here. You can see this is, y'all watching one of my other videos, this is the tender greens that we raised for seed. We brought them down here and put them in the container pots for we can get them out of the garden just strictly for seed saving. We've got these plants here that'll be coming along. They'll be, that's what they'll be used for. And then she'll show you these back pots back here. We have multiplying onions in them. That's what we use to, we sell some of them. We use them in our foods as we cook, and these container gardens seem to be the great way to go with the multiplying onions. Okay, what Wanda's showing y'all now is our container gardenings that we're going to be using for tomato plants. We've got our tubs in here. We've got our wire cages in place, and as you'll notice, there's a garlic growing in each tub. We always plant garlics around our tomatoes. It's a good insect deterrent from us because garlic and tomatoes usually grow together really well. It's just one of our tomato systems that we use to set up. We have several pots set up like this. Okay, this is another group of our pots that we have our wire cages in for our tomatoes. What we're going to be doing, we have them in a long line. If Wanda can show there, we'll be running PVC pipe down through the tops of all these for our drip irrigation once our tomatoes get big enough to transplant into these pots. Okay, we're back here at the asparagus. We planted a couple of, I don't know, it's maybe a month ago. We put these in the ground, and y'all saw in one of my other videos planting asparagus, and you'll notice that they're already up. Okay, what we have here is our young English peas that we planted the other day. They're starting to break the ground now. Coming up. We have 3 long rows of them in this garden, and then we have 3 rows in the other garden that we have. We'll get to them in just a second. We wanted to show y'all this garden and how they're coming up. They're about 1 inch tall, doing really, really good. Okay, from our video y'all saw of us cutting lumber out of trees. Oh, we got a loud rooster in the background. We have this huge pile of sawdust here that we have left over. We've got it out here next to our pots. We'll be using this along in our gardening, in our container gardening as we go. Okay, what we have here, we have our hugel bed. We don't have much of anything on it right now. It's about 100 feet long from this point forward. There's still more behind Wanda we'll get to in just a minute. But on this hugel bed, there's still a few onions growing. We have some multiplying onions that we set out on the back to kind of start getting a start with them. But in the background there, you'll see we've just installed 50 container pots that we're going to be putting drip irrigation on top of and planting in them this year to do some of our gardening in that as we get older, where we don't have to spend quite so much time in the garden bending down. As Wanda comes along here, we show you our Siberian kale. We planted it last fall, and the cold weather this winter knocked it back pretty bad, but it's starting to come out nice and fresh and green again. We're able to eat off of it again. Really, really nice plants on the hugel bed. It's one of the plants that we found in the south that will grow on a hugel bed really, really well. This is the other end of our hugel bed. This bed's probably 150 feet long, and we decided to take the end closest to the house and designate it strictly for asparagus. And this in our video is where you saw us planting some of our asparagus on it. This is the heirloom asparagus, the Mary Washington. They're already up a good 6 inches to 1 foot tall, all the way down through this whole trench that we put in. It's getting to be time. We're going to go ahead and start filling it back in with some more compost and dirt try to get the bed leveled up. First thing I want to do is raise up this lid and kind of give you an idea. You can see the strawberries are really blooming pretty good now. We have some that are coming in here. Nice, pretty red strawberries. Real nice. Wanda loves these things. I'm gonna move on down. I see a few here. These are just really nice strawberries, and these are not the ones from the store. It's had all kind of stuff pumped to them. These are the real nice ones that are homegrown. These are them plants I've had for 20-something years. Okay, we're on our other strawberry bed now. Let's see here. We got one here. Got another one. Oh, there's a nice one here. How big that thing is compared to my hand. These are so nice. This is what we get from forced blooming them. We're getting them early before the heat gets in here. Lots and lots of young strawberries. Probably another week we will have strawberries everywhere. Oh, let's see, it's not quite ready yet. We just got this pine straw put down in here, and it's kind of helping to warm the ground up. Our daytime temps is about 70 to 73 degrees, so that's good. Okay, what we have here is our other English pea garden that you saw me using the little planter pushing on. Wanda can get down. You can see the plants are about an inch tall. Down here also, they're doing really good. All the way down through all 3 rows. Probably within a week we'll have these all stuck with the sticks and everything. Okay, what we have here is another one of our raised beds. We got half of the bed right now in garlic, and the other half of it we're getting ready, and probably within the week we're going to be putting our carrots in for the spring. Okay, what we have here is another raised bed we have behind our house here. We drug an old log up out of the wood and put it up against the sidewalk. And we filled it in with our good dirt. And we began to plant. We planted some huckleberry bushes on top of this because they grow really well up under the tops of these oak trees that are back here. And around these huckleberry bushes, what we've done is we've planted garlic all in here as an insect deterrent. And then out from that, we have our lettuce growing. We have 3 different varieties of lettuce here. We're experimenting with these varieties. Now we have one here, this is one we planted last fall. It's doing extremely well. We have a cage around it so the chickens doesn't get to it. These black containers here we got from a neighbor through some bartering. We take these containers and we lay them over on top of the lettuces when we turn our chickens loose to free range. Okay, here we are on a hill behind our homestead here. We have so many big old purple top turnip roots. The cold has got the tops of them, the deer and everything, but the roots are just astronomical. They're a good 2.5 inches in diameter, good and tasty right now. They haven't got peppy yet or hard. And we've got so many of them out here. As I look back behind, there's a whole, almost a quarter of an acre of them here. We'll probably be pulling them up to feed some to the pigs. We'll keep some for ourselves. We're going to give some to our neighbors, and we're just going to enjoy the fruits of our labor here. These things are just fantastic to eat.